with all the things I've been through, and there's a lot of things, it's been a place which has been constant support, a constant source of strength, help and advice, a place where I could come and I could sit and cry my eyes out and know full well that there is genuine sympathy there, not somebody just sort of like listening to me for the sake of listening to me, but genuine sympathy, but also really good advice, good friendships, and a blooming good laugh.
My name's Katie Jones and I'm a project worker for GROW, and I'm a support worker for the FOG group, which is Friends of GROW. I support the women in accessing different services and signpost them to where they feel they should be, and just sort of listen to what they want from me, really. So my journey as a service user started not long after I'd had my first son. I were only 18 when I had him, so it was quite a lonely time because, well, you can have 1,000,001 people around you, but it can still be a lonely time when you're going through things like that. And the Friday afternoon group was just an outlet for me to sit down and talk to other young mums and have something to eat, have a coffee, and a reason to get dressed and put some makeup on.
My story basically is, I got a phone call asking about services in Rotherham. I didn't know much about it. And the lady mentioned that they were thinking about starting up a group again to do some fundraising for GROW. And I said, well, I've had a bit of experience in that, so I came along. All I started off doing was wanting to, well, basically help out a bit, and it ended up being quite a bit of a lifeline, to be honest, because life got a bit rough.
I know before I even went to GROW and things were happening for me in my own life as well as my personal life. And I could literally say that GROW's been a lifesaver. Without them, I wouldn't be here today. I can't remember if it was 2004 or 2005. And I first went there just after my brother had passed away. I was a mess, basically. And I went to see a counsellor at Youth Start back then. And she put me in touch with a lady at GROW, and that's how I became involved with GROW.
I've been with GROW now for about 10 years, and I came to him after I had my son, who was quite ill at the time, and I was not in a good place. I got depression and I was just feeling really like crap. I didn't want to go out of the house, and it was an health visitor that sort of gave me a leaflet and told me to get in touch with him, which I didn't do for quite a few weeks. But one day, I don't know why, I got up and I just phoned him. I had a chat with him, and I was assigned a worker who came to my house, spoke to me a lot at home, talked about how I was feeling at the time, etc. And then said to me, we have a drop-in Friday morning group, just come down and see how you feel. So I went down, first time, absolutely panicking, didn't think I'd be able to go indoor and etc. Got in, sat in a corner, never spoke a word, just kept my head down, and that were it. But I came back the week after, same sort of thing. Didn't speak to nobody. It took quite a while for me to sort of get confident enough to actually speak to somebody and whatnot. But 10 years later, I'm still sort of with him. And to be honest with you, I couldn't think of being anywhere else over the past 10 years. And if it hadn't been for them over the past 10 years, God knows where I would have been. I really don't know.
Lots of different women come to the group with a range of issues. Some might just have simple issues such as filling in a CV. Some might have experienced domestic violence and other sorts of things like that.
My name's Kay Grayson. I am a support worker at GROW. I'm I find myself in a unique position, I think, that I was a service user many years ago of GROW, and now I've come full circle and I'm on the other side of that, and I'm a support worker working with women and families in Rotherham.
Hi, I'm Rachel. I'm from Mugs Group, which is the women's support group in Kimberworth Park, and this is Chislett Centre. I moved to Rotherham nearly 8 years ago from Sheffield, and I knew nobody apart from my now husband's friends and family. And then a couple of years ago, coffee morning, decided to come in one day to see what was happening, and I've been coming every week ever since, and have now got my own circle of friends thanks to coming to the coffee morning.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Lynn.
Yeah, I've been coming since the group started. Apparently it was about 5 years ago. I'd sort of lost track. It's massively important. Like I said, before this women's group came along, I was fairly isolated. There was taking a lot to get out because I got young children and I got a newborn at the time, so yeah, it was quite hard.
And I've been coming about 2 years, which was one of the other mums what came. She invited me along, and I've been ever since, and we've become best friends through it as well. I've got 2 children, but they're at the comp now, so basically I'm stuck at home otherwise if I don't come here and socialise with them.
For me, it's a place I can come and just be me. I can come and just sit here, and I don't have to say anything. And just being with other people that have been through similar things helps me.
Well, my name's Stacey.
Emma.
And I come to this group personally because it gets me out of the house. I fell upon this group just by wandering in one day, actually looking for a gym. The support that I've got from this group is it's quite touching, actually, that a group of women can get together and discuss their personal lives and not have judgment on each other.
I remember my first day coming in, sitting down in a room full of people. I didn't know anybody, and I was very, very much out of my comfort zone. I was a little bit shy and quiet, and now that's not even close to who I am anymore. I'm very much an extrovert now. I think the kids like the idea of mummy being better. Now my children knew full well how much I love them, but now they know full well that mummy will fight for them as well. And there's nothing that would stop me from loving them, and they all know that. I think they're happier because I'm happier. And it's all thanks to this group.
This is Gibbering Grieve Wood, or Herringthorpe Valley Woods. It's one of my favourite places. Love to bring the kids here. It's my safe haven. I love it. It helps me relax and focus, think things through, walk off some of the stress. This is a great place for the kids to run around, get covered in mud and just de-stress and just be kids.
My story begins a long, long time ago, at least 20 years, when I first met the GROW worker. At that time I was on probation, and I was a totally different person to what I am now. I lacked in confidence, I lacked in any motivation. I didn't see a life for myself, and I was very often suicidal. I couldn't make plans because I didn't see that there was any future for myself. Working with the GROW worker, we built on my confidence, self-esteem, and the biggest thing for me was the support that was there. It was unconditional. there was no expectation of me. I was supported. If I could say it, the Grow Worker held my hand through whatever difficulties I were going through at the time. I always knew they were there, that they were a cushion. When I was desperate, I would ring Grow. I could speak to anybody in Grow office. They knew who I were. They knew what support to offer.
So the women are at a point now where they sort of support themselves, or they meet outside of the group and provide one-to-one support between themselves, or meet as a group and provide like a holistic support for all of them, and they'll feed back into me when I see them on a Friday for a group, and we'll sort of go from there and look at anything they've not managed to tackle.
If it wasn't for Friends of Grow, I wouldn't even have heard of Northern College. I wouldn't be anywhere near Northern College. So basically, it's all down to them supporting me and bringing me up here and saying, right, pick a course and do it. I was only going to do one course, and like 40 odd courses later, I'm still here. And I'm hoping to be here for the next year or whatever, hopefully. Coming here, I think now that I've sort of found myself again in education, I've got more self-belief and more self-confidence with learning. I've learned all different things. So when I'm with my kids now, I can actually help and support them more. Where before, I kind of felt I wasn't able to do that because I thought that what they were doing and what they were learning, I wasn't sort of on that par. If that sounds daft, I felt a bit like I couldn't even do the basic simple things like maths, English, etc. And I've sort of, everything I've done here, I've took something away from course. And it's sort of changed my life. I have a different outlook on life. I view things differently. Everywhere I go, I'm sort of looking and learning stuff, and a lot of it's related back to Northern College, things that I've learned here.
My aspirations for the future are to work with people with substance problems, something like that, because of family history, shall we say. And I think if I can help just one person not go down the same path as certain members of my family have, then I would have done my job.
There's a good team of us that are dedicated and committed to supporting women and their families in Rotherham, which is what we do. It isn't easy, it is very challenging. But from my own experience, I can see now how challenging that is for a worker, but how rewarding it can be as a worker, but also for the service user.
With the women who attend the group currently, I've seen major changes with all of them in terms of the body language, the confidence levels. They're a lot more outgoing, they attend, they're committed to the group. They've just come on leaps and bounds with everything, really. And I'm proud of them. They're my little group, and I'm proud of them.